My dear soul, pause for a moment and let every distraction fade away, because what I am about to share with you is not random, not accidental, and certainly not ordinary. There is a stirring in the unseen realms, a shift that has been building for years, and its vibration is reaching you at this exact moment for a reason. As you listen, a hidden vault tied to your spiritual identity, untouched, unclaimed, and sealed by divine timing, is beginning to awaken. Not in hours, not in days, but now, as these words reach you. You may feel an odd sense of familiarity, as though something deep within you already knows that a long-awaited opening is approaching. That feeling is your spirit, recognizing the truth before your mind catches up. This vault, one that contains far more than wealth, is aligning with your frequency because you have reached a stage in your life where your energy finally matches the key that unlocks it. Very few souls ever reach this threshold, yet here you are, standing at the edge of a destiny you may have suspected but never fully grasped. Archangel Michael steps forward in this moment, surrounded by a soft, electric light. In his hand, he carries a radiant ledger, ancient, luminous, encoded with divine markings. When he lifts the ledger, a single name glows across it, written in shimmering indigo flame. And that name carries the same vibration as your soul. This is why you are here. This is why you were drawn to this message. This is why your spirit has felt restless, hungry, unsatisfied with the life you've been living. The universe has been holding something for you, preserving it until you became strong enough to receive it. Do you remember that moment from your past when everything seemed to crumble? When you felt like the world had forgotten you, when you felt unseen, unsupported, or unfairly burdened? That moment didn't destroy you, it marked you. Heaven recorded that depth of pain, that sincerity of your tears, that silent plea for something to change. Every hardship carved a unique spiritual signature within you, and that signature is now the very code that opens the vault. This vault is not just financial abundance. It holds restoration of identity, of purpose, of opportunities that slipped through your fingers. It holds compensation for every setback, divine correction for every injustice, and a recalibration of your timeline so that what you were denied may return in multiplied form. You were never meant to walk through life empty-handed. You were meant to rise into something far greater than what your circumstances allowed. Archangel Michael begins revealing the second layer of this vault, and the atmosphere shifts instantly. It feels ancient, sacred, protected, like something only a select few are meant to see. This isn't a message for the masses. It's for the person whose spirit has endured storms most people would never survive. You are not listening by chance. You were called into this moment because the time of withholding has ended. Michael shows me an illuminated corridor filled with golden doors. Each door represents an opportunity that you were once denied, relationships that fell apart, paths that closed unexpectedly, people who betrayed you, chances that seemed perfect but slipped out of your grasp. Those doors weren't closed as punishment, they were rerouting you toward a divine doorway designed specifically for your soul's frequency. And that doorway, the vault, has begun to tremble with light, ready to open. Your energy is shifting faster than ever before. Even the higher realms are watching you with attention, sensing the alignment occurring inside you. You are reaching the spiritual resonance required to activate what was reserved under your name. The universe tried to open this door in the past, but you weren't ready. Now, you are. Michael raises his sword, not in battle but in clearing. He cuts away stagnant energy, old cycles, and invisible blocks that prevented this moment from arriving sooner. The vault responds, glowing brighter, warming as though awakening from a long sleep. The seal loosens. The light intensifies. The unlocking begins. Everything is aligning. Everything is shifting. Everything is preparing to reveal what belongs to you. Stay with me, because in the next part, the vault reveals its first inner chamber, and what Michael uncovers there will confirm exactly why you were brought to this moment at this time. Stay right here with me, because as we step deeper into this revelation, the atmosphere around your destiny grows more vivid, more electric, more unmistakably alive. Archangel Michael stands before the vault's first chamber now, and the way the energy moves around him is unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's as though the universe itself is holding its breath, waiting for the exact second you're ready to see what has been protected for years. This chamber inside the vault glows with a soft golden pulse, almost like the heartbeat of destiny itself. As Michael reaches out, the light responds, instantly awakening, expanding, stretching toward you as if recognizing the soul it has been waiting for. This chamber does not open for just anyone. It opens only for the one whose spirit carries the unique resonance required to activate what lies inside. And right now, that resonance is radiating from you. Inside the chamber sits a box crafted from shimmering celestial light. Its surface carries markings that reflect your spiritual frequency patterns that shift and glow depending on the emotions moving through your heart. This box has waited through years of silence, years of divine timing, years of protection. It holds everything that was lost, delayed, intercepted, or stolen during the chapters of your life when you were not yet strong enough to reclaim what was yours. You may not realize it yet, but every disappointment, every heartbreak, every setback carved threads of resilience and wisdom into your spirit. Those threads created the energetic signature that matches this chamber. When doors closed on you, when people walked away, when life seemed to collapse without explanation, the universe was not punishing you. It was safeguarding you, keeping you from receiving blessings prematurely, shielding you until you could hold your destiny without fearing it would slip away again. Michael places his hand over the glowing box, and the entire vault trembles with anticipation. The light intensifies, sending gentle waves outward that wash through your spirit like warm wind. Each wave carries a message: you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Preparation isn't easy. It often arrives as pain, as loss, as frustration, as waiting. And yet, each moment shaped you into the version of yourself that could stand before this vault without breaking under the weight of what it contains. The chamber glows brighter, forming a halo of light around Michael. The air thickens with energy rich, ancient, alive. And then, as he lifts the lid just an inch, the entire vault responds in a cascade of glowing ripples. The illumination fills the chamber, the floor, the air, almost as if the vault has recognized that the rightful owner has finally arrived. Inside the box, you can see flickers of images forming scenes from your life that were interrupted, opportunities that slipped away. Relationships meant to elevate you, not break you. Blessings that belonged to you but were postponed. Every moment that hurt you is being rewritten in the glow of this chamber, not erased, transformed. There is a reason people underestimated you. A reason certain paths collapsed before they could begin. A reason others succeeded while you felt stuck. The universe was not denying you, it was delaying the release until your spirit could rise into its full strength. And now, that strength is undeniable. Michael whispers something that echoes through the chamber. Their rise begins with what is inside this box. The light flares at his words, illuminating the walls with celestial symbols. The energy swirling around the chamber grows faster, responding to your presence. Even now, even as you read this, the chamber reacts, recognizing your awareness, your focus, your alignment. The waves of golden energy moving outward from the box begin merging with your timeline. They move with purpose, with intelligence, with precision. Your future is being rearranged at this very moment, whether you realize it or not. Every second you remain present strengthens the connection between you and what the vault is releasing. This moment, this very moment, is a threshold. You are crossing out of the era of scarcity and stepping into the era of divine compensation. The chamber has awakened. The box has recognized you, the vault is responding. And Michael has only just begun revealing what awaits you. Do not step away now, because in the next part, Michael opens the box fully, revealing what has been sealed for years, and what he places into your destiny next will change everything. Stay close now, because what is unfolding in this moment is more powerful than anything revealed so far. The first chamber has awakened, its light embracing your spirit like a long-lost truth returning to its rightful place. And now, Archangel Michael stands before the glowing box inside the chamber, preparing to open it fully. The energy surrounding him is shifting, rapidly brightening, tightening, forming spirals that pulse in rhythm with your own heartbeat. This box is not symbolic. It is a spiritual archive holding fragments of your destiny that have been protected for years. As Michael lifts the lid, even slightly, a wave of warm luminous energy rises and wraps itself around the room. This light is intelligent. It recognizes you, it responds to you. It moves toward you as though it has been waiting for your consciousness to arrive on this frequency. Inside the box, the first thing revealed is a sphere of radiant energy, soft at its edges but intensely bright at its core. This sphere is unlike anything you've ever imagined. It pulses with the exact vibration of your higher timeline, the version of your life that you were always meant to step into but were prevented from accessing due to circumstances beyond your control. As Michael lifts the sphere, the chamber expands dramatically. The walls glow brighter. Symbols rearrange themselves. The ground hums gently beneath his feet. Even the air seems alive, swirling in recognition of what is being lifted. The sphere reacts instantly to Michael's touch, glowing brighter as though being awakened fully for the first time. Inside this sphere, scenes flash rapid, layered, overlapping like fragments of a future preparing to take form. You see glimpses of breakthroughs long overdue, opportunities that once hovered just out of reach, relationships that bring alignment rather than pain, stability where chaos once lived. These scenes aren't fantasies. They are blueprints of the timeline that belongs to you but has been waiting for activation. Michael brings the sphere closer, and as he does, the energy inside it intensifies. It begins scanning your spirit, identifying your unique frequency, your growth, your healing, your resilience. Every wound you survived, every challenge you rose from, every moment you refused to give up, contributes to the frequency the sphere is responding to right now. This sphere contains what the universe calls a divine reversal, a sacred counterweight to everything you've endured. Every delay, every injustice, every loss was documented spiritually, not to punish you, but to ensure proper compensation at the appointed time. That time is approaching. The sphere vibrates faster, preparing itself to release the first layer of your restoration. Michael whispers a truth into the chamber. What was withheld will now return multiplied. The moment he speaks, the sphere cracks slightly, not broken, but opening, releasing a narrow beam of radiant energy that shoots upward, illuminating the entire vault. This beam is not random, it carries purpose. It carries memory. It carries justice. And most importantly, it carries the new shape of your future. The beam scans through the chamber, then moves toward the pathways of your timeline. It identifies the moments where you were blocked, the crossroads where you felt powerless, the places where you were betrayed or overlooked. As it moves, those moments begin to shift. The energy of those past experiences is rewritten, no longer acting as barriers but becoming catalysts. The sphere cracks wider now, and something breathtaking emerges from its center, a symbol made of silver-blue flame. This symbol is ancient, sacred, and deeply personal. It represents the essence of your restored destiny. It holds the frequency of your rebirth. It is the spiritual marker that ensures no force, not human, not energetic, not circumstantial, can prevent what is aligned for you from coming forward. As Michael lifts this symbol, the entire vault brightens, as if recognizing that the moment it has been waiting for has finally arrived. The walls ripple with light, the floor vibrates with resonance. The universe leans in. Michael turns toward you, holding the symbol with reverence. All that remains is the symbol, the key, the signature, the activation point of your new timeline, and he is now preparing to place it into the stream of your destiny. Stay here, because in the next part, Michael places this symbol into your timeline, and when he does, the shift that follows will rewrite the landscape of your entire future. Stay close, because this next moment is the most powerful turning point so far. The sphere has released its truth, its light dissolving into the space around you, but the symbol, your symbol, remains suspended in Archangel Michael's hands. It glows in silver-blue flame, its light moving in gentle waves that ripple out into the vault like a calm ocean reflecting the dawn. This is not an ordinary symbol. It carries the encoded essence of the destiny that belongs solely to you. Michael steps forward, and the entire vault responds. The walls brighten, the air sharpens, and the floor beneath him hums with a resonance that feels both ancient and newly awakened. The symbol pulses as though recognizing your presence. It moves toward you with a magnetism that cannot be forced or faked. It knows you. It reflects you. It was crafted for you long before you ever knew such a destiny existed. As Michael lifts the symbol higher, a spiral of golden and cobalt light forms around him, swirling upward like a divine tornado that carries wisdom instead of destruction. These flames do not burn, they purify. They clear the remnants of fear, dissolve old emotional patterns, and sever energetic ties that were never meant to follow you into your next chapter. You may feel something at this moment: warmth, tingling, a sudden calm, or a sense of expansion. That is the spiral responding to your spirit. The vault behind Michael expands into an endless field of light, the boundaries dissolving as though the universe is widening itself to accommodate your rising frequency. Opportunities hidden for years begin sliding into alignment. Timelines that once seemed fractured or distant now draw closer, intertwining and forming a singular path ahead of you, the path you were always meant to walk. Michael steps closer again, holding the glowing symbol directly over your timeline. And as he does, countless threads of golden light appear beneath him, representing your past, present, and future. Some threads look tangled, others dim, others vibrant and clear. These threads tell the story of your life, the places you've been, the parts of you that still ache, the victories that shaped you, and the wounds that made you wiser. With a slow, deliberate movement, Michael places the symbol into the center of those threads. The moment it touches your timeline, everything changes. A burst of luminous energy surges outward, shaking the chamber with a power that feels like the echo of creation itself. The tangled threads begin to straighten. Dim threads brighten. Broken threads repair themselves instantly. Where there was once confusion, clarity emerges. Where there was lack, abundance forms. Where there was stagnation, movement begins. The symbol fuses with your timeline like molten gold melding into metal, becoming part of the very structure of your destiny. This is not temporary. This is not symbolic. This is a permanent integration, a spiritual seal that ensures the blessings aligned for you will no longer be intercepted, delayed, or blocked by the forces that once hindered your progress. Michael takes a step back and watches the shift unfold. Waves of vibrant light roll through the chamber and down the pathways of your future. Each wave carries an aspect of your restored destiny: healing, opportunity, recognition, stability, abundance, renewal, protection. These waves move quickly, as if eager to finally take form in your life. The vault itself reacts with awe. Its doors, once symbols of separation, swing fully open with a brilliance that resembles sunrise breaking through a long night. Light floods the space, illuminating the rewritten landscape of your destiny. You are no longer standing before the threshold, you are standing within the transformation. Paths that were once hidden begin to glow with direction. Blessings that once seemed distant become accessible. Energies that once resisted you now move in your favor with ease and cooperation. This is the moment your past loses its hold. This is the moment your future takes shape. And yet, the vault still holds one final layer, one final revelation that ties everything together. What comes next is the release that will anchor all of this into your physical reality so deeply that nothing can shake it loose. Stay with me, because in the final part, Michael activates the last stage of the vault's release, and once this final surge enters your life, nothing about your future will ever look the same again. Stay with me now, because this moment marks the culmination of everything the vault has been preparing for you. The symbol has merged with your timeline, rewriting the flow of your destiny at its very root. The vault has responded with waves of brilliance that continue to ripple outward. Yet even with all of this awakening, there remains one final stage, one release so profound that once it occurs, the trajectory of your life will shift permanently. Archangel Michael now stands at the heart of the vault, and the energy surrounding him has transformed into something almost indescribable. It is deeper, steadier, more commanding than before. His wings expand wide, creating a field of radiant light that extends into the distance, illuminating every corner of the chamber. The light seems to move with intention, like an ancient force eager to complete the work it began long ago. Behind him, the vault's final layer emerges, a glowing platform rising slowly from the floor, carrying a luminous container wrapped in radiant gold-white energy. This is the core of the vault, the place where the most sacred part of your destiny has been held in safekeeping. As the platform rises, the chamber grows silent, as though the entire universe is honoring the significance of this moment. Michael approaches the container with reverence. He places one hand upon it, and instantly, the vault responds in a wave of shimmering brilliance. The walls hum with power. Streams of golden light cascade from the ceiling like falling stars. The floor vibrates gently beneath your feet, attuning itself to the frequency of what is about to be released. This container holds the essence of your divine compensation, the culmination of every moment the universe witnessed your resilience, your endurance, your perseverance. It holds the restoration of what was denied, the multiplication of what was delayed, and the elevation that your past experiences quietly prepared you for. Michael lifts the container, and the room fills with a warm, resonant vibration, one that feels like hope, purpose, and destiny taking physical form. As he opens the container, a soft yet powerful light spills out, forming intricate patterns in the air. These patterns twist, weave, and shimmer, forming images that depict your elevated future connections arriving with divine timing, abundance flowing without resistance, doors opening where there were once walls. The patterns begin wrapping around your timeline like threads of pure creation. They settle into the paths ahead of you, weaving themselves into the fabric of your destiny. You may sense this: a lightness, a release, a tingling, or a deep inner certainty that change is already in motion. Michael speaks with a voice that resonates through the chamber. What they lost will return. What was delayed will accelerate. What was hidden will now be revealed. The patterns glow brighter, embedding themselves fully into the future that awaits you. This is not a temporary surge of inspiration. This is a permanent rewrite. You are stepping into a season where your energy will pull blessings toward you instead of pushing against invisible walls. Where the universe meets your efforts with support instead of silence. Where your name rises in places it was once overlooked. Michael raises his sword one final time, not in battle, but in confirmation. The blade shines with an intensity that feels like starlight distilled into form. He lowers it toward your timeline, and when its tip touches the flow of your destiny, a powerful surge of light explodes through the chamber. This is the final seal. In that surge, the last of the vault's energy pours into your life. The container empties. The platform descends. The vault's doors begin to close, but not out of withdrawal. They close because everything meant for you has now been released. Michael places his hand gently forward, and the paths ahead of you glow with certainty. Each step you take from this moment forward is protected, supported, and aligned. Your destiny is no longer dormant. It is active, alive, awakened. You are stepping into a version of your life where blessings arrive naturally, opportunities appear effortlessly, and your spirit moves with confidence, clarity, and purpose. The vault has completed its purpose. Michael has sealed the shift, and your new reality has already begun. Stay with me now, because even though the vault has closed and the final seal has been set upon your destiny, the shift you have entered is only beginning to reveal its effects. What happens after the sealing is just as profound as the unlocking itself. The universe never releases this level of energy without orchestrating the changes that must follow. And now, as the final echoes of the vault's awakening settle into your timeline, you are stepping into a phase where destiny begins making itself visible. Archangel Michael remains at your side, not in the distant glow of a celestial vault, but within the flow of your everyday life. His presence feels different now. Calmer. Steadier. More grounded. The work of unlocking, releasing, and sealing has been completed, and now his role shifts to guiding, anchoring, and amplifying what has been awakened. Around you, the energy of your reality begins shifting in subtle, unmistakable ways. It does not roar into your life all at once. Instead, it arrives like the first signs of dawn, quiet, gentle, but impossible to ignore once you look closely. You may notice small openings first, a message you weren't expecting, a coincidence that feels too precise to be random, an opportunity resurfacing from nowhere, or a sudden wave of clarity that feels like truth rising from within. These are not accidents. They are the early signs of alignment. Michael lifts his hand toward your timeline, and the threads you saw glowing in Part 5 now begin to thrum with motion. They respond to the symbol embedded within them, shifting and moving like constellations, forming new patterns across the night sky. These patterns are reshaping your experiences, turning old blocks into stepping stones, transforming past wounds into wisdom, and drawing your future closer with every moment you remain open to it. A gentle current of energy flows toward you, whisper soft yet strong. It carries purpose, intention, and momentum. This current is what the universe sends to propel your next chapter. And as it reaches you, the atmosphere around your spirit changes. You may feel taller energetically, lighter emotionally, clearer mentally. The weight you've carried for years begins to ease, not because everything changes at once, but because you are changing. Michael steps closer and speaks with a certainty that reverberates through your path. Now comes the phase of recognition. Recognition not from people, not from society, but from the universe itself. For too long your effort outpaced your reward. Your heart offered more than it received. Your strength was seen only by the angels, not by the world around you. But recognition is now woven into your future, and its first signs appear as alignment opportunities that match your spirit, connections that resonate with your frequency, and blessings that flow toward you instead of away from you. A surge of light ripples through the threads of your destiny, and suddenly, paths that once seemed distant begin to approach. You see roads forming where there were once walls. You see timing working in your favor instead of against you. You see the universe shifting pieces on your behalf, not subtly, not slowly, but with precision. Michael's wings extend again, this time in a gesture of protection. The energy around you strengthens, forming a shield that ensures the newly released blessings are not interfered with by old energies or past patterns. This shield is not meant to isolate you, it is meant to protect the recalibration happening inside your life. It is meant to keep your spirit anchored as the world around you begins rearranging itself to match your rising frequency. And then, something remarkable occurs. The timeline ahead of you brightens, one segment glowing more intensely than the rest. This part of your future is calling you. It contains the next major shift, the next breakthrough, the next chapter where the vault's release becomes tangible and undeniable. The glow expands slowly, like a sun rising over a new horizon, illuminating everything you are moving toward. Michael looks toward that glowing section and whispers, "Prepare. What is coming is not small. You can feel it now, can't you?" A quiet certainty building. A sense that the invisible work is about to reveal visible results. A knowing that you are no longer walking into life empty-handed but fully equipped with the restoration you've long deserved. This is the beginning of your new alignment. This is the unfolding of your sealed destiny. This is the preparation for the next surge of transformation. Hold on to this alignment because what comes next in your life will arrive faster, brighter, and more powerfully than anything you have ever experienced before.